evening, I'm Griha. Udhayanidhi Stalin, the 45-year-old son of Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, has been elevated to the post of Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. This decision, announced by the Raj Bhavan today, marks an important moment in the ongoing leadership consolidation within the ruling DMK in the state. For one, it solidifies Udhayanidhi's growing influence within the party and the government. Now, the decision has come along with a cabinet reshuffle, which saw Stalin expanding his cabinet by appointing Dr. Govi Chaya as the fourth Dalit minister with the higher education portfolio. This is being seen as a step toward broader representation within the DMK-led administration in Tamil Nadu. The reshuffle also reintroduces Senthil Balaji, who has been released from prison by the Supreme Court just 2 days ago, into the state cabinet with the portfolios he had held before his resignation over the arrest by the Enforcement Directorate in an alleged job scam and money laundering case. The Balaji being reinstated into the cabinet is being seen as a significant strategic adjustment within the party. Nevertheless, the reshuffle comes with potential internal party tensions and concerns about how Udhayanidhi's promotion might impact the balance of power within the party and the cabinet. Udhayanidhi's ascension to Deputy Chief Minister, remember, also comes as he continues to attract national attention. Earlier this year, he had sparked controversy with his remarks about Sanatan Dharma, arguing that it should be eradicated as it perpetuates the caste system and opposes the idea of social justice.
More of a responsibility than a post, so I'll definitely try to give my best for the people of Tamil Nadu.
And opposition has been saying that
Definitely there will be a criticism only. Not everybody will be appreciative of you. I will definitely have to prove it only by my work.
Being a party cadre, really it's a proud moment for us. And being a colleague minister, I think we are holding more responsibility because he is going to be our reporting officer.
It's a very cherishable moment in Dravidian history actually, because our sports minister as well as our youth wing secretary has been performing in all arenas of the government.
Mr. Udhayanidhi Stalin has got no maturity to become a deputy chief minister. Not only the deputy chief minister, he is not matured enough to become a minister also. A person becoming a minister, degrading, demeaning, saying that eradicating Sanatan Dharma, and he don't apologize for that, how can he become a deputy chief minister? Shame on the Tamil Nadu government.
The elevation of Prince Udhayanidhi as Deputy Chief Minister in Tamil Nadu marks the end of DMK in 2026 Assembly elections.
And joining me on the explosive weekend debate this evening is Shazia Ilmi of the BJP, Paramveer Singh, who is a political commentator, Kovai Satyan, who is the spokesperson of the AIADMK, and S. Dharanidharan, who is the spokesperson of the DMK. Mr. Dharanidharan, I'll begin with you. The fact that it is being learnt that it was Udhayanidhi Stalin himself who, in fact, had demanded this promotion of his father. What does it speak about the party?
Yeah, I can't answer for assumptions, no? I can only answer for facts. But having said it, it's a prerogative of the chief minister to
It's well reported, sir. It's well reported, although what was being said was that he wants to ease the burden of MK Stalin and hence this ascension.
I think no, there is no truth in this matter. I live in Tamil Nadu. I think the people of Tamil Nadu know the fact. See, he has been performing very well as a sports minister. He performed very well as a MLA. Then he was eliminated as sports minister, and we had the same debate. I said he will do really well. Give him time. He did really well. In fact, we had Formula 4 racing last month. We had the beach volleyball at global level. We had surfing tournament at global level. Tamil Nadu was put on the global map. No sports minister was as proactive as him in the history of Tamil Nadu, which you can't deny. And then now he's made deputy chief minister. After there were voices within the party, from grassroots level up until the top leadership of the DMK, including senior ministers, kept saying that he should be made deputy chief minister. And CM listened to the voice of the party because DMK is a democratic party. There is no way that there was a voice coming from him. He has always said, no, all ministers are deputy chief ministers and we are all deputy the chief ministers. What Uday Anna has been saying since the last 6-7 months. It's only the cadres as well as the senior leadership who has been asking for his elevation, because the Dravidian movement is a 100-year-old movement. Seldom has a movement gone beyond 100 years. And right now the fight is between the RSS and the Dravidian ideology, and we need to look for the future. And the cadres have chosen Mr. Udhayanidhi to take care of the future. So where is nepotism coming here? Right, three ministers inducted now newly. Where from the grassroots. For example, Mr. Kovai Chelian is a Dalit, the first Dalit higher education minister. He came from the grassroots. He worked hard 40 years. Education was denied to him. Despite of that, he studied. He's been made as higher education minister. Same with Salem Rajendran, who's been a grassroots cadre since 1980s. Just because Uday's father happens to be a chief minister does not mean that he should not get into politics. Then you look at BJP, in the union ministry, you have Piyush Goyal, father was a union minister, Dharmendra Pradhan, Sindhia, Jitin Prasad, Chirag Paswan, Kiran Rijiju's father was a former chief minister, H.D. Kumaraswamy, and then Basavaraj Bommai, former chief minister of Karnataka, his father was a chief minister too. So there is nepotism in BJP. So BJP cannot come and now give crocodile tears.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So I'd let Miss Ilmi answer that. Miss Ilmi, does that really deter the nepotism charges, the dynastic politics charges that BJP is standing by? And I heard another comment that came from a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party, that of Udhayanidhi Stalin being immature. He's not fit to be a minister, leave aside being a deputy chief minister.
So first of all, of course, BJP will not just condemn this, but stands totally against dynastic parties. There is dynasty in politics and there are dynastic parties, which is the party itself becomes a fiefdom, the personal fiefdom of a family. If you see BJP, we know that the president of the party, the prime minister of the party, or the various CMs will not necessarily have their sons as the CM or the PM or the president of the party. And this we have demonstrated many times over. Nobody can prevent a famous politician's son or daughter from entering the fray, which is why we have various politicians, such as the ones named by the DMK spokesperson. But the entire party, the presidentship, the management, the ruling, so to speak, becoming only in the hands and being the personal property, so to speak, or a private limited of a family is quite something else. So dynasts, like all these parties, and starting from Shiromani Akali Dal to Samajwadi Party to Congress Party, of course. I mean the key dynastic party
only
of
one
India,
question.
to National Conference.
Mr. Dharanidharan, let her complete her point.
I will answer the question. Let me show you the mirror. You mentioned 5 or 6 people. You can mention 10. But can you say for sure that with the Prime Minister, whoever the Prime Minister of BJP has been, that Vajpayee or Modi ji will only promote their families? Or the president has ever been the son of another president of BJP? Or whether the CM will necessarily always, and not just necessarily, always have their son as the future CM. And now this is like, it just goes beyond even normalcy to have somebody like Udhayanidhi now to be made the deputy CM. It says a lot. And you were saying about this person being expressive of the ideology. Do you think no worker, no one else can express the ideology or espouse it better than a family member? I mean,
so I would actually, ask Mr. Dharanidharan to respond to that very point before I bring in Mr. Satyan and also Mr. Parveen Singh, who have been patiently waiting. Mr. Dharanidharan, this is one other accusation against the DMK-led administration by Mr. M.K. Stalin, that of factionalism within the party, and how M.K. Stalin has chosen to address that is to let the senior leadership within the party keep the higher portfolios that they already have, and that's why he has managed to keep that factionalism at bay. But for how long? That's the direct accusation that is coming against the DMK.
No. See, firstly, I'd like to ask one question. Why is BJP partnering with Chiraz Paswan? He's the son of Ramvilas Paswan. He parties under him. That's question number one. Who is Karnataka BJP chief? He happens to be B.Y. Vijayendra, who is the son of
As a party. I'm
Yediyurappa,
not talking
right?
about
He is
others.
former chief
Mr.
minister.
Dharanidharan, we'll go about in circles if we keep talking about only nepotism.
Does it ever
Shazia,
have
I'll come to
the
you. I'll come to you.
president, Prime Minister,
I'll come to you,
and-
Shazia.
and necessarily their children as the future beneficiaries in the same position of the party.
Okay,
Not one
Shazia Alvi is
example
talking
can
about the
decide so.
higher ranks that do not have so far. That's what the BJP's argument is. But let's actually
Not
move
higher
on from
ranks,
that
not
argument.
higher ranks.
No,
Yeah.
let's move on from
One
the.
second,
Shazia, one second.
Freedom of a family, not even higher ranks. I'm
Okay.
saying being a
But who
fiefdom.
defines?
Okay,
Who defines
Mr.
what is the
Dharanidharan,
dynastic
we'll
party
come to the
institution?
nepotism bit in just debate, but I just asked you that question that there are senior leadership within the DMK. They were not too happy about this entire decision as per conjecture within quotes. You were saying that this was not decided, this was not a pressurizing tactic by Udhayanidhi Stalin to his father. All of that can be, let's say, I'll take you up on face value. But why has the decision come in so late after so much of deliberation when this conjecture was very rife from the word go? People have been talking about how Udhayanidhi will be elevated to the chief ministerial position. He has not been speaking about it. He's saying the chief minister is going to take a decision after his US trip. It will happen after 75 years of celebration of the DMK, all of that. But nobody was ready to sign on the dotted line. Were they busy keeping the senior leadership happy, giving them, happy portfolios for that matter? At least that's what the accusation is against the DMK.
See, I think the prerogative lies with the chief minister, right, to make over the deputy chief minister or keep the portfolios. So the timing also depends on him. So I don't think why we are assuming a lot of things. I am part of the DMK, and as far as I know, there is no factionalism. You come and watch the Tamil debate. Even the political critics of the DMK agree one fact: that DMK is a united party right now. There's a voice in unison. That's with the leader. So there is no factionalism in the DMK.
Okay.
In fact, the senior leaders wanted Mr. Udayana to be elevated. It was the senior leaders who had voiced the opinion in the public, and hundreds of cadres wanted him to be elevated. So where is the question of us asking them to do? It was from within the people within the cadre. In fact, BJP doesn't have elections for its national president. JP Nadu was not elected, right? It's only appointed. So there is no question of factionalism or whatever. I don't understand where this is coming from.
Okay. Mr. Kovai Satyan. Miss Ilmi, I'll come to you. I have other two speakers who have to be allowed to speak.
In your party,
Miss
they would-
Ilmi,
a
I'll
JP
come to you, please,
Nadda would
ma'am.
Never have a chance. A JP Nadda would never have a chance because he
Okay.
doesn't belong
Okay.
to one family.
Okay. Point taken. Mr. Kovai Satyan, why is it that the AIADMK is crying foul over this cabinet reshuffle, over the elevation of Udhayanidhi Stalin? 4 Dalit ministers. That's what the DMK administration has. They're talking about greater representation. What seems to be the problem?
AIDMK doesn't have any problem with respect to the cabinet reshuffle,
Okay.
except Mr. Senthil Balaji, whose verdict is due. In a couple of weeks' time, he is going to go back to jail. We only showcase this is the perfect example of a dynasty rule in the name of democracy.
Okay.
Rather than carrying the tag as the grandson of Karunanidhi and the son of M.K. Stalin, Udhayanidhi doesn't have any credibility nor any achievements to showcase to be in the deputy CM's chair. If one have to question, if somebody from the family has to be chosen for the role, is Kanimuli, the daughter of Karunanidhi, is less deserving than Mr. Udhayanidhi? Has she not proved her caliber in the public life, being the MP twice? She was denied the MLA seat for the only reason that Udhayanidhi has to be elevated. When was Udhayanidhi seen in active politics? In the year 2018, after the confirmation or the confession statement by M.K. Stalin on a TV channel, when the question was asked to him, will there anyone from your family venture into active politics? For which he replied, neither my son-in-law nor my son or any other member from my family will come to active politics. It's my word. After this, his son has been inducted as the party's youth wing secretary, state secretary. Then an MLA seat has been given to, then an elevation as a minister, now an elevation. That's why we call him as Prince. After the 2021 assembly elections, I addressed him as the Prince Charming for Tamil Nadu because his elevation is due as DCM. Now he is going to be the face of Tamil Nadu as the chief minister from DMK for 2026. This marks the end of DMK in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
It's not only the
And I can-
allied parties, they will drift away. You can see factions being within DMK itself.
Okay, Mr. Dharanidharan wants to make a quick point, then I'll go to Mr. Paramveer Singh, who's been very patiently waiting.
See, in a democracy, it's the people who decide who should represent them, right? It's not for Kovai Satyan to decide. And Edappadi Palaniswamy, their chief
And you
minister.
can't even differentiate a
Excuse me,
DCM is the
excuse me.
prerogative
No, no,
of
don't
CM.
interrupt, don't
It's the
Yes,
interrupt.
people
yes.
who
Please,
set
Please
the
go
what
ahead.
is
Mr.
qualification?
Dharanidharan, you made your
He's-
point. Kovai
It's
Satyan.
the
Just
people
5 seconds.
who
Sir,
Sir,
I'm
you
not
made your
completely
point.
has to be the
What is his
deputy chief
qualification?
minister.
What is Edappadi Palaniswamy's
How long
qualification?
will you
He
be
lost
dynasty
5
slaves
elections in a
till
row. 5
Dharanidharan?
elections.
How long you and
Edappadi
others of your
Palaniswamy
party
lost
will be
5
dynasty
elections in a row.
slaves?
Mr.
You
Kovai
keep a
Satyan, let
dynasty
him
slaves
make
for
a
7
point.
years.
Let
lost
him
5
make the
elections
point,
in
then
a
you
row.
can very well
Ever
counter
since
him.
he
Yes.
took over ADMK, he has lost 5 elections in a row. 5. Edappadi Palaniswamy has lost 5 elections in a row, so people don't like him. In 2023 May, Udayana was made the minister. People critic, but in 2024 April elections, we swept the polls, so which means people agreed with the decision. In a democracy, the people are supreme. So people are the are with the DMK. If they don't like our rule, they will not
Griha,
elect
I
us.
Okay.
want 10
But they have
seconds
we have
to
won
repeat.
4
Griha, 10
elections
seconds.
consistently.
Yes,
Tell them
Mr.
what
Satyan. Yes.
democracy you are
Democracy,
talking about. You
who
don't
said?
have internal democracy within your party. Where is democracy in
No,
your
who
party?
said? It's
Okay,
on the
you've
card,
already
said
made
it.
that point.
You are-
All right,
you
all
and
right. Let
others
me
are
bring in
dynasty
Mr.
slaves
Paramveer
within
Singh.
your
Mr.
ranks.
Paramveer Singh, I'd like to
decide that
understand
we don't
from
have
you.
internal
What do you
democracy.
make
We
of
decide.
this particular cabinet reshuffle, the extension of power as far as Udhayanidhi Stalin is concerned? How do you think is MK Stalin maintaining that balance of power which is much required within the senior ranks and senior leadership of the party?
Griha, the sunrise we are seeing in Tamil Nadu was long speculated. Everyone knew this thing that it was a fact that Mr. Stalin, Mr. Udhayanidhi will be promoted as a deputy CM, and this was not a new phenomenon in our country. We evolved as a dynastic democracy since 1947. We saw Mr. Nehru, then Mrs. Gandhi was there, then Rajiv Gandhi, Sanjay Gandhi. All we have seen it. So this is not any new phenomenon that we are going to face or going to see it. But irony goes as even the Joseph Stalin would not have recommended his son as the next premier or something like that in Russia also. So
Yeah,
Mr.
I
Udhayanidhi Stalin
condemn
uses the
personal
surname
remarks.
Stalin,
Okay.
and this is a this is a very big. I think grim reality is this, that we have evolved as a dynastic democracy.
Okay,
Dynastic
but what do you have to
democracy-
say about the point that Kovai Satyan just made? He mentioned about Senthil Balaji's return to the cabinet. And it's not just Senthil Balaji, it's also Mr. Nasser. He, in fact, was dropped from the cabinet last year. What do you see this reintroducing these leaders, these two leaders specifically, into the cabinet? What is the DMK party, MK Stalin, planning on achieving with this kind of move?
DMK is for known, it is a regional party. They do not intend even to cross their boundaries to Kerala or Karnataka only. They are very well, it is well understood that they are confined to the boundaries of the Tamil Nadu. So they are, by balancing the power, they are giving the seats to for known facts, they are giving the seats to 4 ministers from the Dalit background.
Yes.
They are making the power balance. It is just a brain game they are using.
Okay.
And we must not forget the Sanatan Dharma controversy which Mr. Udhayanidhi Stalin started. He's erupted it that went throughout the India. That was a platform which was provided to him long before. That was a precursor that he would be given a very important position in the DMK and in the government in the Tamil Nadu. So these platforms were being made for him. And this induction in, you are saying it at the loud volume that we are going for the social justice. So you are bound to give seats to the Dalit background, people coming from those backgrounds.
Okay. An important point, Mr. Dharanidharan, would you like to respond to this? In the garb of social justice, it's only eyeing at elections upcoming in the state of Tamil Nadu. And we also are learning, since we were on the reintroduction of Senthil Balaji into the cabinet, we are learning that he might just be given the charge of Western Tamil Nadu. And all of this is in keeping with the elections that are upcoming in the state.
Yeah, again, it's the prerogative chief minister. He was holding the same portfolios, and he came after he was released. He's the same on bail. The same portfolios were given to him. I don't see anything wrong. In fact, Amit Shah was in prison in 2011, and immediately as soon as he came back from prison, in bail, he was holding the charge of Home Minister. There were CBI cases against Himanta Biswa Sarma. He joined BJP, made the chief minister. So see, a person is innocent until proven guilty. There is no verdict that has come that Senthil Balaji is not innocent, right? As of now, he's innocent. He's come back. He was unfairly put under investigation by ED for 15 months, which is not fair, right? A person who's not convicted cannot be in prison for a inordinate period of time. This is what even Supreme Court verdicts have been saying, because that's against personal liberty. Of course, you convict a person, then he has to deal with the sentence. But again, when going to Paramveer Singh, again, do not. I strongly condemn the personal remark he made against the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, because he does not know him. So without knowing someone, you can't make a personal remark, right? Based on because you hate for no reason. I've traveled with him and I know his caliber. He'll be able to deliver. Which is why we are winning elections. DMK has won 5 consecutive elections, right? If people have found something wrong with us, why will they elect us? After Sanatana Dharma controversy, after his clarification, why did people of Tamil Nadu give us 40 on 40? DMK and his allies.
Okay, that was the exact point that Shazia Ilmi was making. Miss Ilmi, the fact that there was a controversial statement that was made by Udhayanidhi Stalin that in fact was the key focus for much of last year when he made that statement. Even the Supreme Court had sent out a message that he cannot be making such statements, being at a very important position, and make it with impunity. Do you think this is the politics of the DMK, that of being anti-RSS, anti-Sanatan Dharma, and which is what so far maybe MK Stalin is choosing to bank upon, and hence that elevation of his son to this post?
I think this is the worst of both dynastic politics as well as anti-Hindu politics, and politics that actually thrives on hatred against a religion and a class and other castes. So, and not just that, which promotes nepotism and dynasty to the hilt. So this is the worst kind of politics. And not just the party, but I think all over the entire Indie alliance will has a lot to answer for itself, because now it will be Rahul Gandhi who will be asked these questions, that while you support dynasts from Kashmir who want dialogue with Pakistan, who want actually LOC trade with Pakistan, and now you have somebody like Udhayanidhi and new deputy CMs and CMs who actually stand against Sanatan Dharma, and not just that, they are promoted regularly. So I think India Alliance has a lot of answering to do, especially all the major alliance partners, including the Congress Party, Samajwadi Party, RJD, AAP, I don't know where AAP stands in all of this. So I think the larger perspective is
okay, I'd let Mr. Udhayanidhi, who started this debate, let you have the last word. Considering Ms. Ilmi was talking about the India bloc in general, there has been a growing consensus of talking about caste census, especially by the Congress party. And here, on the one hand, we're talking about a comment that has been made by a DMK member, now the Deputy Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, where he is saying that Sanatan Dharma should be eradicated because it propagates caste system, and that is something that the DMK doesn't stand with. Where you have contradictory statements that are coming from alliance partners, how do you see this alliance really working in the face of this current rejig that has happened within the Tamil Nadu cabinet?
No, there is no contradiction here. The contradiction is in Sanatan Dharma. He said, we are speaking against Sanatan Dharma for majority of the Hindus. We wanted equality within the Hindu religion, that everyone is the same. As far as reservation is concerned, it was to undo 1,000 years of injustice that have been meted out to people. When it comes to dynasty politics, who defines what is a dynastic party and who isn't? What is the political science definition? What makes you say that BJP isn't? Because we have only 20% of the MPs who are dynasts. You have, on the other hand, 5% parliamentarians and probably the deputy chief minister happens to be the son of the chief minister. Who defines what is a dynasty party and not? Does any political book say that? No. Right. And again, when it comes to Dalits, let me talk. Tamil Nadu's chief secretary is a Dalit. Tamil Nadu's police commissioner is a Dalit. Revenue secretary is a Dalit. New number. And if you go to
Mr. Udhayanidhi, you have made your point. I'd second you on that one. What really defines dynastic politics, what really defines nepotism is a question that is up for conjecture, and that something can in